can we talk about this restlessness that happens in midlife? I don't know if it's midlife, if it's menopause, and it's not boredom, it's not sadness, it's just this general restlessness, like something is unfinished. Hi, I'm Annette. Thanks for joining me on my channel where I talk all things midlife. I'm 63 years old, in the thick of it. Let's get into this restlessness factor. So it's an interesting thing because everything looks fine on paper. When you look at your life, and I look at my life, it all looks fine on paper. But there is this restlessness that feels like unfinished business. Almost like asking the question, is this it? Like, isn't there more? Isn't there supposed to be more to this life? And I kind of grapple with this. And I've spoken to some of my friends, and they're feeling the same restlessness. So I want to kind of dig into it a little bit because I have a thought on it. I realize that the life I am living right now was built on circumstance, responsibilities, the shoulds, the should nots. So basically what I'm saying is the life I built that I'm living right now, I was a different person at that time. I've outgrown the life that I'm living. I've outgrown it. I'm a different person. I'm not that person anymore. It's like anything else. Like you can outgrow a pair of pants, you can outgrow your house, a relationship. You're allowed to change. But you're also allowed to recognize when it's time to move on. And I think that's what I'm struggling with right now. And I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Pop them in the comments if you have them. I once heard a woman, I read a book, and she said, it's that period between no longer and not yet. And I think that is that hits it right on. No longer, not yet. I don't know what the next chapter of my life is going to be, but I do know that it is not what I'm living right now in this moment. So I have a couple of things that I've been doing to try to figure this out. I'm trying to figure out and sit in it, like, what is it that I am craving at this point in my life? I know I'm craving communication, which is why I started this channel. So please communicate with me. And then the other thing is I am craving creativity. I am craving truth. I'm craving meaning. So I'm at a different stage in my life, and I'm starting to wonder, how do you bridge the gap between life one and life two? And it's not that you have to burn down the bridges. I don't think that's it. I think you just have to evolve. What comes out of that is going to be so much richer. I just know it. And so I'm sitting in it. I'm not criticizing anything. I'm just curious. I'm curious as to what is calling me right now. And I do remember when I used to coach people way back in the day, and I would say, sometimes you got to just sit in the muck, you know? You can't keep distracting yourself from the answers. And so I'm taking my own advice right now, and I'm sitting in it, and I'm trying to see, like, what is calling me? I'm telling you what's not calling me right now is the 9 to 5. That is something that definitely has to change, because I know for myself, I want freedom. I want the freedom to do whatever I want to do and when I want to do it. I also am craving more space. And I don't mean, excuse me, a bigger house. I don't mean that. I mean, I want time to slow down. I want time to breathe, pretty much. That's really, I think, what I want. And then again, I want to be more creative. And I want to have more connection with people. And I want to have a life that is meaningful to me, and I want to give back. So that's a very different person than when I was in my 20s. And oftentimes when you're kind of living for yourself, then you have children and you're living for them. And now I'm an empty nester. And I want my own true life right now. And it's different. It's absolutely different. But you know what? It's exciting too. Because when something falls away, something new has to take its place. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I would love to hear from you if you're in that not yet, in between phase. Like, what are your thoughts? What's happening for you? Or if you've gotten past that stage, I want to know what you're doing. I want to know what cool, fun, amazing thing you're doing. Because I have no doubt when I get to the other side of this restlessness, that's going to be so good. It's just going to be so good for all of us. So thanks for joining me this week. I hope to see you next week. Comment, subscribe. See you soon.